Sir, despite you have put the STT on future, the STT collection from the B, the current financial year, is in RE is lower. The B is at 78,000 crore, now it is RE is 63,000. And next year you have also set a lower target for the collection. What is the vision with this? You have one side you have increased the tax, then also you are thinking
because
about a lower correction.
Yeah, because it has two goals. And the two goals are, in a way, the goal of raising the revenues, and at the same time, it's a fact that raising the taxes also in some way deter a highly speculative trade which is to an unsustainable level. So quite naturally, a combination of these two will decide how much revenue will come in.
Sir, you have given a window, 6-month window for settlement of disputes. So, what is the broad wisdom or what is the broad thinking behind that? And is there any figure or any number government has that it can fetch out of this scheme?
This 6-month window is basically meant to take care of small taxpayers with small amounts of either foreign undisclosed assets or income, which they are getting a 6 months window, essentially to protect them against penalty and prosecution, which is the only window available to them today. So these are all people who may not have done it on purpose, which is why we are talking of small taxpayers and small limits. People like returning NRI, students, IT professionals or other professionals who may have gone and worked abroad and may have got some kind of got some income or some asset which they have not disclosed in the proper format. So the idea is for them, it's because that is why it was listed under the category of ease of living, where it is because today they would like to. We expect these people who otherwise would have liked to be on the right side of law to get a window for which they can disclose and protect themselves against penalty and prosecution. And it will be a limited window for a certain limited amounts of such incomes and assets to be disclosed, which will enable them to come clean, update their records, which will help the government system also to have the records properly, and at the same time protect themselves against prosecution and penalty.
So any ballpark figure you have in mind that this is...
There have been lot of requests from such taxpayers who are facing difficulties, but quite naturally it is difficult to arrive at a number because they will not be disclosing formally till the time this kind of a window is provided.
Let me put it another way. How in small taxpayer category, how much dispute amount is there lying with...
This is not about the dispute amount. This is undisclosed foreign assets or undisclosed foreign income. So this undisclosure, to make it into the person who discloses it to you, today is straight away liable for penalty and prosecution. So the disclosure itself is constrained by that limitation, which we will enable through this window.
No, but if the person is not monitored or anyway not under your radar, he will disclose, he or she will disclose?
He is a taxpayer here. He is only not disclosed his foreign income. He is otherwise a taxpayer.
Sir, you have kept tax buoyancy of 1.1% of the GDP. So, looking at the fundamentals, we have talked that we have a very strong fundamental of in economy. Don't you see it's a modest target?
It is not a modest target because we have seen some 1.14 is a reasonable buoyancy considering the way the economy is growing, and with all the corrections of income tax that have, the structure, some rebate, etc., which have been given and which have got incorporated in the revised estimate of this year. I think it is a fairly reasonable figure.
Last question, sir, about the full effect of the GST rationalization and the income tax rationalization will come in this financial year. So, GST rationalized at one point of time, there was excitement in the market and demand went up. So, do you think that this type of GST collection will remain in the coming months of the year or next financial year?
The assumption that we have made about the GST revenues of the next year is based on this assumption that the demand will continue to grow and remain robust. And we may hope to have further improvement because we do expect some structural changes around consumption and production to happen because of this. For example, items which were at 18 now have become 5 will also boost consumption of those commodities, and we do expect, and we are seeing that happening now, and we expect to become even stronger as we go forward.